and welcome to currently drinking episode number 6 of
Brutal Battle. So, for people who aren't familiar with this format, it's just basically a catch-all for us when we're kind of like, we just want to have beers that we want to drink on the podcast that don't necessarily fit into a category. And this is kind of like, what have we been drinking lately as well? Like, what do we have in our fridge available that we've been drinking from? And you'll see there's one pick from Rebecca, one pick from me. We're thinking two very different things at the moment as far as beer goes. Although we're going to enjoy both of, well, maybe we'll enjoy both of them. One of them we're pretty sure we will enjoy. The other one, we'll find out. My choice, we'll find out.
I was going to say, which one are you talking about? Because mine is tried and true.
Right, exactly. Like yours is like a known commodity that we know is good. Mine,
although
versions of it are good. We're not sure how this one is. Fine. But anyway, you'll see what I mean by things being very different. They're like totally different ends of the spectrum.
Yeah, definitely.
But do you want to introduce yours?
Yeah. So mine's in a 12-ounce can. It's by Troegs Independent Brewing, which is a brewery near and dear to our heart. It's Dreamweaver wheat. It's a Bavarian-style Hefeweizen ale, which also is near and dear to my heart because this was the beer that got me into craft beer.
Yeah.
And it's 4.8%. And they say on the can it's year-round. And I think that's new. I don't remember it being year-round.
It was gone for a while.
Yeah.
Like, they took it
I think
totally
it used
out of
to be
rotation.
year-round. Like,
yeah. Yeah. Like, there was a time where it was always around, and then it was, like, gone for a while, for years, and then they just brought it back. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know if you said they're out of Hershey, Pennsylvania, but...
Oh, no.
This is one that I know we've had on the podcast before. I don't think it's been super recently. So it's just kind of nice to go back and just, retry some of these beers as we're aging because your palate does change. Mm-hmm. And also, this is just what Rebecca wants to drink now, and that's what this episode's about. So, there. I
hope I still like it.
You probably will. I mean, it's Troegs. Like, we typically don't have Troegs beers that we don't like, Like, it's very uncommon that we have a Troegs beer and we're like, oh, I don't like that.
There have been a couple, but, not many.
Start with that much. How we looking here? I may have shorted myself here on the beer slightly. I gotta catch up. There we go. Does that look right?
We're measuring. I think that's about right.
Yeah, we're about good. Okay. It's got a lot of head on it.
Yeah.
But we also do an agitated pour because we're in our 40s and we don't need extra carbonation. Because, lots of gas. But, very yellow. Pretty clear. There's like a slight haziness to it. But pretty clear. Yeah. Very Hefeweizen-y.
Yeah. But, not... too offensive.
It's got that banana smell that you get with a lot of Hefeweizens, but it's not super ripe banana. It's kind of between underripe and ripe. It's kind of a sweet spot. Smelling like clove.
Yeah.
Coriander type smell. Yep, clove, coriander.
Yeah, I mean, it smells exactly the way you would think it would smell.
Is this one wheat?
Yes.
Oh, okay, yes. It says so on the can. Because I was going to say, I smell wheat. Smells like wheat.
Yeah, you definitely get the wheat.
It's been a while since we've had this, so, It smells like light, refreshing, but also flavorful. So if you like Hefeweizens, you'll love the smell of this.
I just went in for a taste. I love it. I love it because it's you have all the traditional flavors of a Hefeweizen, but they're just dialed back.
Yes.
And you get more of the wheat characteristic, and it's just so sessionable and light and refreshing. Because a lot of Hefeweizens are just, I can't drink a lot of them. Yeah, because they're just they usually have a more thick mouthfeel than this beer. I like it that it's a lot thinner and kind of more crisp and refreshing. It's almost like it's a little lager-esque in a sense, and I like that about it. But a lot, they go really hard on the banana flavors and the clove and coriander flavors, and it can taste really good for a bit, but drinking a whole glass can be kind of a chore. Yeah, it's just too much for my palate. Yeah, I like it. Yeah. It's just as good as I remember.
It's very tasty. Yeah, like you said, very sessionable. The flavor's there, but it's not super strong. Yeah, I really taste the wheat there. And like I said, it's a little lager-esque,
Yeah.
which I love about this beer. That's a very good one. I mean, it's getting me to think, like, could we do a Hefeweizen only few episodes?
I don't know if there's that many out there.
Of, like, mystery beers? Yeah. And that's what I'm thinking. Like,
I feel like there's...
How many would we get?
Right.
You know?
Like...
I think it could end up being like the straight up porters that we did recently in the mystery beers episodes where I was like, I can find 6 and that's it.
Yeah, I don't even think you'd find 6 Hefeweizens.
Yeah. I could try.
Yeah.
Give it a shot. Never know. Like, styles that aren't, like, super popular, like, it cycles. You know, sometimes they're bringing certain styles back, and you wouldn't think it.
Yeah.
Like, every now and then, all of a sudden, like, black IPAs are popping up again. Not, like, super common, but more than they were. So, I don't know. Maybe look into it.
Okay.
Anyway, let me go ahead and introduce my beer that I picked. This is from the Bruery out of Placentia, California. It is their Black Tuesday Grand Reserve, which is a triple barrel-aged Imperial Stout. Oh, by the way, did you want to... Okay, I'll finish this one up, but when I'm starting to, like, open it and pour it, do you want to read the flavor text and everything on the back of the Dreamweaver? I just thought about that, so kind of going backwards. But anyway, the Brewery's Black Tuesday Grand Reserve Triple Barrel Aged Imperial Stout, 21.3% alcohol. So Rebecca's 4.8% versus my 21.3%, plus it's Imperial Stout, plus it's barrel aged. This one's from 2021.
Oh,
so
wow.
This has been... It hasn't been in the bottle for 4 years. It's less than 4 years. So probably closer to like 3.5. Yeah. So probably more like 3.5-ish. But yeah, I'll read the flavor text on that one then. So did you want to do the Dreamweaver? I'm going to open this bottle up. Oh, and it's a 375 milliliter bottle. So we're not like trying to drink a 750 of this, thankfully.
Okay. It just says... The dream begins with open top fermentation at high Krausen. A foamy, rocky yeast head crusts the sides of the fermenter, releasing notes of black pepper and spicy clove. Unfiltered and clouded with yeast, is slightly tart and downright refreshing. I don't really think it's tart.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you find it slightly tart? I didn't really find it that way. Okay, there we go. I think we're good. Okay, I'm assuming this is going to be very boozy smelling.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to want to drink this, to be honest.
Well, you know, we'll see.
I don't want to die tonight.
Like, Black Tuesdays typically, it's been a while since I've had a Black Tuesday or a variant of, and typically it tastes really good. It's got a lot of chocolatiness to it, but sometimes the booze just kills you because they're so high. Not much of any head when you swirl it up, but it's got a lot of legs. You can see that it's a very high viscosity, high alcohol beer. Very dark, obviously.
It's just like, it's like burning my nose. It's chocolatey for sure.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like, yes, when I first sniff it, like, it burns a little bit on the nostrils because, you know, it's high ABV, but it does, the spirit barrel that I'm smelling isn't out of kilter with the rest of the aroma. Like, there is a lot of chocolate to that's really standing up to the spirit barrel. Mm-hmm. There's a little bit of a woodiness in there that I'm enjoying from the barrel.
I feel like...
You're already not going to like it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just... I mean, that's like my big beef. I mean, I like that it's a smaller bottle, so it is, I guess, more digestible. Yeah. But it's still... What did you say? 20%?
21.3.
It's still like that's so unnecessary. It's just unnecessary. Like, if this beer was like dialed back a little bit, I think it would be. Well, I'm gonna guess it's gonna be more enjoyable.
Well, they have the So Happens It's Tuesday.
Yeah.
You know, and that beer's like 11.
Yeah.
Something, I think. So, but it's basically Black Tuesday, just lower ABV. But the reason I chose this beer is because I'm excited because they announced that with the new brewery memberships, they're not going to be giving people included beers of 750 milliliters anymore. It's going to be 375s for all the included beers, which is excellent because getting 750 milliliters of beers like Black Tuesday, you have to like have a gathering of people to do it. We can't just do the two of us. But a 375 milliliter of Black Tuesday, we can do that.
Yeah.
So that's why I want to do this one.
I took my first sip. It's too boozy for me.
Also, did I say it also smelled a little raisiny to me?
No, you did not. I don't think so. It's like, it's too boozy. I mean, I'm getting the chocolate. I like the mouthfeel. But
it's a little, I think it's a little thin on
it is it's a little thin, but I still like the mouthfeel.
Yeah, mouthfeel's all right. It's a little thin on the finish.
It's sweet.
Make sure you're taking a few sips though, because because it's high ABV, your palate has to acclimate to that, and then you can kind of taste a little bit more out of it.
I just feel like I'm like breathing fire.
Yeah, I mean it does taste astringent. Obviously, there is a chocolatiness to it, although the problem is the astringency does overshadow a lot of the chocolatiness. In the nose, it's like pretty chocolatey.
Yeah.
With the flavor, the astringency just kind of like beats it down, and you're just, it's disappointing versus the nose.
I mean, we've had our fair share of high ABV beers from the brewery.
Right. Yeah.
And there are ones that I'm always like a little leery, but there are definitely have been like boozy ones that have hit the mark. Mm-hmm. I think this one just is a miss for me.
A little bit of a coffee roastiness on the finish, but it's very driven by like those raisin type flavors that you get with higher ABV beers. It's very boozy. It's very heavy on the spirit, which I believe is probably bourbon. But I'm not getting like the best flavors of bourbon. Like a lot of the times with the bourbon, you'll get like a nice like vanilla to it. Maybe like a brown sugar at times, like caramel. I think part of the problem for this one is it's as it ages, as a beer like this ages, it will thin out, and that chocolatiness probably gets to be a lot less perceptible, especially versus the astringency of the alcohol. So
the 3 barrels are 2 bourbon barrels and an apple brandy barrel.
Mm-hmm. I mean, for how high the ABV is, I don't think it's like terrible, but I just feel like there's not enough flavor to it.
Yeah, I can't justify drinking it.
The more I drink, like I'm getting a little bit of that woodiness coming through in the mouth, in the flavor I was also getting in the nose. But yeah, I'm just not. It's too much, Like we don't need to barrel age beers like this to get that high in ABV. Like do 2 bourbon barrels, like triple barrel age it, like 2 bourbon barrels and 1 apple brandy barrel, but do it for less time. You're going to get a lower ABV, I think. Yeah, you should get a lower ABV, and you'd be getting a lot of the characters that you're looking for from those barrels, but you're going to have a lot more of the base beer standing up to it.
Yeah, going back to Dreamweaver. I'm happy with that.
Mm-hmm. Well, obviously, Dreamweaver the winner. It is interesting, though, because going from the Black Tuesday Grand Reserve to the Dreamweaver flavors taste more robust. And it tastes like it has a higher viscosity than it did. It's very weird. It changes the mouthfeel to feel more like viscous.
I'm not perceiving the change in flavor, but definitely the mouthfeel. I can agree.
Well,
with
it
that.
makes me get like a little orangey, like slight oranginess to it, which I wasn't getting before. But hey, it's interesting. Interesting how beers play off each other. But anyway, that's what we got. I'm not sure what we're doing next, but maybe go find those Hefeweizens if it's possible, which is, probably not, but we can look. But anyway, thank you everyone for checking this out. Really appreciate it. And until next time,
keep it brutal.